people, Miss Ronnie. I like to remind folks.
We're gonna talk health insurance.
Geico. Let's go.
I feel like I'm like a real DJ.
Get it going.
Let's go.
Brought to you by Maximum Sports Connection. No one gets you closer to the Cowboys. Now, here are your hosts, Nate Newton and Mickey Spagnola.
Hey, let's give it up, guys. Give it up.
To the Maximum Sports Radio Roadshow. Good to have everybody here tonight, this Saturday at the West End on the Airport Freeway in Irving, Texas, and this is your Maximum Sports Radio Roadshow on CowboySportsTours.com. That's Nate Newton right there. I'm Mickey Spagnola. And let's welcome our special guests. I know you guys all met him, got your autographs. Cowboy safety Gerald Sensabaugh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Linebacker Victor Butler.
Yeah.
And defensive end Jason Hatcher.
Jason Hatcher.
Now, I know Nate Newton gave you guys all the ground rules of this deal. It's your show. You get to ask questions. You come up to Nate, and he'll get you on. And remember, you don't think you're just with us now. You're all over the world on CowboySportsTours.com. This is live, and if anybody misses it, you can get the podcast later when you get back home. So these guys can stay here to about 10 to 6, 5 to 6, and they got to get out of here so they can get back to the hotel in time. And so how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. You know,
We're doing good, man.
Good to finally have a home.
From different
yeah,
places.
good to finally have a home game.
Awesome. Two away games. Yeah, you ready to be at home? So glad to be here.
Although I don't know, the way the traffic is out here, flying the game might be easier than driving.
I know. At least we're here with a whole bunch of good people, man.
We good people. All right. Well, there's like friendly folks tonight, right?
They seem friendly. Give them a few drinks. I mean, you know, they're liven up.
It was pretty friendly last Saturday, and I understand until the folks got into the stadium, and the Seattle people weren't very hospitable in the stadium, I guarantee you.
Really?
I heard it was brutal.
Like Oakland, man?
They didn't drink enough coffee or something. I don't know what the heck happened there. All right, Jason, why don't you give us an idea of how practice went this week? We'll get it going here and then let these folks ask some questions.
I think we had a great week of preparation. We had a good couple days of practice. We just kind of focused on the small things. And I think looking back on practice this week, I think we're ready to go.
Victor?
I mean, I'd have to agree with Jason. We took time out to, evaluate that Seahawks game and, see the little mental mistakes we made, and we beat ourselves. And what we got to do now is come out. We had, like he said, we had great days of practice. We put, stacked days on top of days on top of days of great work. And now it's time for a home game.
No, I won't ask you. That's
Yeah, I was in the training.
He was in the tub Well, Nate, if we got somebody ready to go, I'll do it.
Definitely, man. They waiting on you guys. Now, I tell you what, so give us your name and where you're from and your question.
Ken Jones, Chicopee, Massachusetts. My question is, what do you guys think of the whole Greg Schiano thing at the end of the game, the prevent, taking a knee and the defense not giving up? What do you guys think about that?
I think you got to buy into what your coach believes in, and that guy, he's played to the final whistle, and that's what those guys bought into, and that's what they done. So you got to respect the team for doing what they did.
What actually happened with that?
They were kneeing out the game, and it was a close game. It was within a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So when Eli went to take a knee, the nose tackle just ran over the center, and it popped into Eli, and he fell down.
That's glad for Eli. That's a good job.
Greg Schiano, over his career, it's Rutgers.
Yeah.
Over his career at Rutgers, he won a few games by doing that, and he thought, he just thought he did what he done best, and that's try to win a
Like
game.
you said, it was a close game. Maybe he fumbles.
Hey, they were within possession, right?
Right.
Maybe he
When I used to walk up at the victory stands, and we had Troy back there, I used to walk up saying, "Hey, Mr. Hatcher, how you gonna play this?"
Yeah,
and then more important, I would watch how you would get down. If
Right.
you get down like you
Yeah.
bring it on me, I get down the same way.
Yeah.
So the Giants were at fault on that one.
Yeah.
Did you look for the blood in the fingers?
You shouldn't
I
have.
ain't look for the blood. From playing 30 snaps against him, I know whether he coming or not.
I'll show it to you.
Exactly.
Remember, y'all come on up, man.
Yeah, come on up. Don't be shy.
Now, come
This
on
has
up,
got to
sir.
be quick tonight now.
Yes, sir. Remember, you can take pictures from the outside. Get on this spot right here.
Get on the spot.
Your name and...
Gary Fry from Bend, Oregon.
Okay, go Bees.
This is really an offensive question. Last year, Tony Romo played really well with broken ribs, but I wonder if it should be permanent that guys like him wear a Kevlar jacket all the time.
What do you guys think?
talking to guys that
I'm talking about you the players. Hey, I got a stud dude like me barreling down at you, probably moving about 90 miles per hour, because that's how fast I run. You know, I'm moving out there. I would probably put on the Kevlar jacket. Somebody need a tank to stop me. So, I mean, Kevlar jackets for all QBs.
Yeah, I hear this guy. Come on.
These guys don't even want to put on thigh pads, and you want them to put on a shoulder jacket. Okay, who wears thigh pads up here?
Probably the big one.
I wear it sometimes. Sometimes, see? I need to be fast out there.
Gotta run.
All right, who's up next, Nate?
Hi, how are you? My name is Bill Calavine. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And as fans, we hear about this new collective bargaining that you guys don't hit as much in practice as maybe when Nate played. How often do you guys work out in full pads now during the season and hit as you prepare for your next games?
Well, my position, we hit every day.
Every day.
It's up front. We physical. So you got Joel. He get the.
Okay, we get once a week. And I don't even know it that one day.
And he makes sure he's got something wrong with him, so you don't have to hit that day. No, there is a rule. You're right. And if I remember correctly, you can do it once a week, and you got 13 padded practices over the first 13 weeks of the season. So it's not like you can save them up and then use them later in the year. So 13 padded practices over the first 13 weeks, which comes out to one a week, right?
Somebody should probably tell Tyron Smith about that rule.
He doesn't.
No, he does not know.
Does he wear them all the time?
No, he doesn't know. Walk through today, and he's trying to be there. Allow me.
So he's ready to go, is what you're telling me.
So what I'm saying is I'm physical all week because I have no choice.
That's your
I
side,
have to
right?
protect myself.
You know the amazing thing, and I stop a lot of players that play with me and before me, and I tell them it's all relevant. They got the same practice schedule as Philadelphia, as the Giants, as the 49ers. Tampa Bay. So it ain't nobody got to jump up on nobody. It ain't like the 49ers out there killing each other. It's just these guys, they're going to come into shape, and they're going to get themselves where they need to be. Just don't think that it's all about the pads. 49ers back in my day only practiced once a week in pads. So, and they won Super Bowls, so don't get too caught up in that.
Although, Nate, as I tell you, Buffalo didn't practice one day in pads the week of the Super Bowl, and how'd that work out?
Hey, well, you know what? Bruce Smith in the Hall of Fame, and I'm not. How did that work out? Sir, your name and where you from?
Gilbert Vega from Albuquerque, New Mexico. All I want to know is, Romo coming back next year or not?
The critics.
There's a lot of rumors out there.
Where's he going?
I don't know.
He's gonna be here, man.
That's what I want answers.
Hang on for a second. I'm about to call Jerry now.
Call him right now.
I'm going to hit him on the Twitter.
See what he says.
I'm going to tweet him real quick. See what he say.
Jerry, it's a guy asking if Romo gonna be back next year. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. That is exactly what he told me. That's what he told me. I just tweeted him. That's what he said.
You know, when you go on them blog lines and all of that stuff right
Stay
there,
off
man,
of that stuff.
you hear a lot of stuff.
And what you need to remember, sir, he's still under contract for next year also. So he ain't going anywhere. There's $16 million in his contract next year. So either they renegotiate and extend it, or he's going to be even a richer man.
He loves Romo. He do.
Yeah.
He loves him.
All righty.
My name is Pernell Rash. I'm all the way here from Oakland, California.
Yeah.
My question is, after a tough Seattle loss, what is the mindset of the team to kind of overcome, such the high we had from the Giant game and now, the setback we had in the Seattle game?
You just got to get back to playing. It's a 16-game season, so not saying that sometimes you might need a loss like that. A team that you thought you should have won there won, and it kind of humbles you and gets you prepared for going on forward. And you know, we worked hard this week. A lot of guys did, and we're ready to go forward with that. I mean, we're going to put that game behind us and go on to win, go on see how many game win streak we can go on, and that's our aim right now.
All right, thank you very much, and way to go Cowboys this weekend. Let's get a victory.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the question. Nate, let's continue on our Radio Roadshow here.
I'm Bill Foss from Rock Island, Illinois, and I just wanted to ask a question, what you guys thought of that hit that Lee took in the face mask. Should that have been a penalty, and why it wasn't a penalty?
Who got it?
He talking about
Sean Lee.
I think I know the guy got fined like $20-some thousand. So
we fined him.
but it was a yeah.
21,000.
Yeah, it was a bad hit, man. Especially on a great player like Sean. He could have looked at him and kind of respect him a little more. But you know, those guys didn't respect us. Hopefully, we'll see them down the road.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right.
Go Cowboys, man. Tomorrow.
Can you make enough money to sit there and go, oh, it's only 21,000?
No.
No.
That hurt anybody.
All right, Eric Crawford from Philly. And my question to the defense is, I know this is your second year under Rob Ryan's defense, and how are y'all gasping? Y'all got a better feel for it?
Yeah, we do. Versus last year during the lockout, we kind of hit the ground running. We weren't able to go back and kind of focus on the scheme. Versus this year, we had the whole off season, OTAs, and all that deal to kind of learn, you know, the ins and out of the defense. And I think it's helping us. So we just got to go out there and do our thing more and continue to get better as a defense.
That's what's up. Let's get this Super
Good
Bowl
answer,
going.
Hat.
I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, I mean, decently. I mean, you got a degree from what, Gremlin?
Oh!
These guys are wild.
Good
They
luck on the
hardcore.
season. Let's bring this bowl back to Dallas.
All righty.
We
Thanks,
working on
thanks
it,
for
man.
being
That's
here.
the goal. That's always the goal.
All right, finally get a young lady up here.
All right, I'm Melissa from Louisville, Kentucky, and my question is for Sensabaugh. Since you're pretty
Sensabaugh.
much the only remaining constant on secondary, are you kind of filling a central captain's role in pushing these guys forward, and how are we going to make sure everybody keeps continuing to be scared of our secondary?
I mean, always, man. We always strive for perfection. You know, I am the granddad back there, so.
You're getting old, man.
You know, they brought in some good guys. You know, they brought in Brandon Carr, the #1 defensive player in the draft, Nemo Claiborne. We still got Mike Jenkins, a Pro Bowl caliber player. Barry Church is playing awesome. We have a lot of great backups. We just have to go out there and make plays, and that's what I'm just trying to stress to these young guys to go out here and make plays. I'm tired of the secondary shuffle that I've been part of this whole. You know, it's always a new safety back there. It's always a new corner. But I think this group that we have right now, guys are able to go out there and make plays and play solid and do a good job. So I think hopefully we can just keep this thing like it is for a while, long time
Thanks for
coming.
what you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Anytime.
So you would have been, ooh, that was a phone.
It was.
You were here when they played San Diego when Vincent Jackson was with San Diego. It was 2009. Were you?
Yeah,
that
I was
your
a
first
part of
year,
that
right?
game. That was my first year
Okay.
here. Yeah.
All right. So he's a load, right?
Yes, he is. He's huge. He goes up and gets the football, but we have a great game plan for him, and he shouldn't do nothing.
Okay.
Really.
Good evening. My name is Eric Dallas. I'm from Middletown, New Jersey. That's
Eric
Giants
Dallas.
country.
Did you change your last name?
No, I didn't. No, I've been born with that name, so we love it. But here's my question for you guys. You did really good against the Giants. Your offensive line you changed a lot of players in and out. You had some injured players. Have you worked that out for tomorrow's game that, we could see the same thing? Because I can remember the days of the 1970s when Staubach, 80s Aikman, when they had a lot of time in the pocket. It seems at times Romo doesn't have all the time in the pocket that maybe he should.
You guys are going to do a better job of protecting Romo?
I am. I'm going to get out there.
You're going to get out there?
When you're an offense, when you
I plan on getting out there, and I'm going to protect my quarterback.
I'm playing center tomorrow.
Whatever they need, I throw the kitchen sink out.
right.
I'm going to get it done.
when you're an offensive line, and this year here they had the 3 inside guys hurt the very first week of training camp, and they didn't come together until like 3 or 4 days before the first game. As offensive line, that is the most important group on knowing who to protect, what position to protect, who's the strength and weaknesses of the defense, and these guys haven't had opportunity. You will see a better team this week, and especially next week against the Chicago Bears. It takes about 3 or 4 weeks for offensive line to come together. The reason I know that, I kind of played it. I know. All right. So, all right. Okay.
All right, appreciate it. Appreciate the question.
Come on up, sir.
Okay. Well, who's asking the question here?
She's going to let me ask.
Oh.
Cutie
No, she ready. Ask her a question.
Hey, cutie.
You want to ask a question?
You gotta ask it.
Come on.
I'm Vance Nicholson from Monroe, Louisiana, and this is my daughter, Addie.
Louisiana in the building, baby.
My question's kind of more for Jason. There was kind of a little firestorm when you made some leadership comments in the offseason, and now that the season started, we've made it through training camp. Would you revise those? Who are the leaders on the team, and who takes that leadership role?
There's a lot of guys. Romo, Gerald, D. Ware, Jay Radcliffe. The list goes on.
Yourself?
I think we all leaders. I think we all leaders in our own way. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't one of those things that I was trying to, backstab none of my teammates or, it's just one of those things that came out. And I kind of put that behind me right now, and I don't want to reflect on it no more. And I think this team going in the right direction.
Thank you.
All right.
But he was making a good point about that. It wasn't a negative at all. We on the team, 53 guys. At any given time, all 53 of us could be a leader at one time. Just whether somebody might go out, I might get banged up. A new free safety has to come into the game. He has to be a leader for how long he's going to play. So he has to go out there, make all the calls, and be confident in what he says. So, Jason hit it right on the head. We all have to be leaders as far as from the top guy to the bottom guy. And
Right.
You never know when your time's going to come. So, a lot of guys are taking advantage of that. Like you said, we're kind of beat up a little bit, and you see some guys out there making plays that they're being a leader for right now.
It's kind of the next guy up then.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Absolutely. And he also pointed himself out, and I've seen him be more vocal this year, too, with his teammates.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good luck to y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Come on back, little Pinky. Come on back.
Hey, what's your name, your age, and where you're from?
Give us your name.
You got to say something.
My name's Addie, and I'm 8 years old.
Where you from?
Monroe.
Monroe.
Louisiana, baby.
Boy, they
He's from
almost pulled
Louisiana.
off another one last night, by the way.
Yeah.
That was close.
Little Pinky Tuscadera. Yeah. All right, sir. Your name and where you from?
Patrick from Idaho, and my question's for Jason. Who would you rather knock the snot out of, Tim Tebow or Michael Vick?
Oh, that's a tough one, bro. Wow. You know what? My fear of God, I'm going to have to say Michael Vick. I'm not messing with Tebow.
I hit him.
He's a man of God, so I'm going to leave him alone.
I hit him. I don't care.
You're welcome, man.
That's it, huh?
He can get his hand off my. I thought the first time he did, he was just joking, but.
Nate, you need to control your guests out there.
Yeah, man. Whoa. Sir, your name is. It's 3 brothers that came, man. Introduce all of them, all right?
We got Mike Friday there, we got Steve Friday, and I'm Rob Friday from Toronto.
Rob Friday. What Rob said there? Yeah. Rob Friday.
Toronto. Yeah.
So
Come
talking
to
about.
support. So my question is just around Tony Romo. He's been around the team for a few years now. I wanted to get your guys' feel on how his leadership has changed throughout the locker room and how you guys feel he's evolved as a leader for the team.
He's always been a leader. I don't know how the media takes it, but he's always been an involved leader. He's the quarterback of our football team. Usually most good teams, their leader for the most part is going to be the quarterback. He does a great job. He's always making plays. I just think sometimes the media, the fans can be a little too critical. But, he's an awesome player, man. He makes great plays. He has a lot of guys around him that can make plays. We just have to bring it all together as a team and just go forward and get on this Super Bowl hunt. And that's what we're working on. But
Good stuff. Looking forward to a win this week.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep rolling. We got about 10 minutes left.
picture before question.
Question. Or Tony.
Your name and your.
Tony and Marcy from Tampa Bay. Question is, Tampa Bay up.
They must have kicked you out of town, huh?
Tampa Bay upgraded their offense. I just want to know, you guys think you can get through that and get Josh Freeman this year before Victor can get the ball?
Who they upgrade with?
Vincent Jackson.
You said one player? Of course. Yeah,
Hey, you got a TV?
Huh?
You got a TV?
Do I have a TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a TV.
Turn it on tomorrow at noon.
He going to the game.
They'll be there for you, baby. They'll be, ma'am. Do you have a
the game.
This is my 20th wedding anniversary gift.
Congratulations.
I chose it over Jamaica.
But you guys are from Tampa,
great.
right?
Thank you,
You guys are
man.
from
Thank
Tampa,
you
right?
for choosing. Let's give them a big round of applause, man.
20, huh?
You're here with us.
20 years, man.
Getting
She's
married
the
at 15?
Cowboys. All right. Come on up, sir. Come on up.
My name's Arcia Roscoe. I'm from California, the San Francisco area. I just wanted to know, now that it's the second week that you guys have been with these new refs, how have you guys adjusted to, secondary getting away with more stuff,
The secondary,
Well, I mean, overall.
the offensive line.
Getting away?
Yeah.
You said getting away with more stuff?
Well, yeah, you get a little push off more. You see in different games how corners get to push their guy basically all the way down the field. And, just how have you guys adjusted in your second week with this new refs?
I mean, you just.
So how are y'all liking the replacement ref?
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Hatch, speak up.
I think they suck. I really do think
I mean,
they
like
suck.
Rob say, man, you
So-
don't gotta like the rules, but you gotta play by them.
Yeah, so
I
I,
mean-
don't think we should get caught up in that. I think we just got to go out and play Cowboy
I mean, that's
football
all we can do.
and
You
let
gotta
the
go
refs
out there
be
and
the
play
refs.
ball.
Thank you. Come on up, sir.
He said, I just think they suck. This guy is crazy.
I'll hit you with that FedEx.
Oh, I'm gonna get
You might get fired.
Yeah, right, that's
That's
FedEx.
live on the radio
Before you play.
You better hope Roger not listen to this, man.
I ain't gonna get no calls.
That's
tomorrow.
$5,000 right there. Jason Hatchett.
Oh my God.
How you guys doing? Okay, I'm up here for my wife. She hasn't slept all week.
Well,
The concern is.
Oh, there's concern.
Wow. Jason Witten. He had some uncharacteristic drops last week, which he usually never does. How is he really feeling? Is he in good shape? How's the spleen? How's he doing?
Dr. Sensabaugh, how's that spleen?
Let me go back to my notes and see what my prognosis is. He's fine. He's 100% right now, and he's ready to go, and he's going to have a great game.
There it is.
Thank you, Doc. I'm guessing that probably took you guys by surprise, too, that he had a couple drops. He kind of never does that, does he?
No, but, he was coming off a crazy injury. I mean, this dude, he had a ruptured spleen or something crazy? I don't even know what that is. What is a spleen?
Did you know where your spleen was before he lacerated it?
It's somewhere up in here. I don't know. I mean, I grew up with Jason. I played, my high school was probably 15 minutes from where Jason is, and we played against each other in high school and growing up, and he's always been a competitor. No matter what happens, he's always going to be on that field. So, I just give it up to him for going out there and giving it a try. But I know he was out there hurting, but, he's a great player. We need him, and we need him going forward. And I think it's real courageous what he did going out there. He's pretty much out there risking his life, And some of us are crying over a calf muscle, and I don't know, but for this guy to be courageous like that, it was great. I mean, and it just shows his dedication to the team, and I think that was awesome. So I love having him as a teammate, and I always love being around him just growing up. He's a great guy.
I haven't seen him smile much this week, by the way.
No.
You guys? I mean, at least I had this scowl on his face all week.
I cracked a joke. He laughed.
He laughed? Okay.
Yeah.
Must have been a hell of a joke.
I usually have some pretty good ones.
All right, Nate, let's go.
Randy Jackson, I'm from Groves, Texas. My question.
Well, let's
is-
hear it for Groves, Texas.
Yeah, Groves, Texas. Hey, that's where Wade Phillips graduated, same high school I did. Jimmy Johnson was right next door to us. So.
All right.
Anyway, my question is, I know y'all have it's a serious thing out there sometime, but I want to know, man. I know there's some good fun time, like let's say there's a play and one like Hatcher, man, he's like 1 second away from sacking the guy, and he comes back and he says, "Hey, Sensabaugh, man, you cover that guy 1 more second, I think I'd have got my next sack." And I just wonder if y'all play around like that sometime, with each other. I know there's a lot of seriousness, but y'all have to have
That does
fun
happen
too,
a lot
right?
to Hatch.
Yeah,
with
we-
the 1 second, and then I come in out of nowhere and get the sack.
Always. We're real loose back there. We like to have a good time. It's all professional and all, but we like to have a good time. This is a game that we grew up playing and that we love to play. So, joking on each other is part of it. Stuff happens out there, and we turn into a joke. I know you guys might take it a little bit more seriously, but we're out there to play games, win football games, but at the same time, we're still human beings, and we like to have a good time with what we're doing. So I know a lot of people like to have fun at the workplace. We do the same, but at the same time, it's all about winning games.
Yep. That's the fun part.
It's a locker room, right? You better have thick skin.
It's a lot funner when you're winning, though.
The fun part is the winning.
You can't be losing to miss a tackle. It doesn't work.
Okay, we got time for one or two more questions, and then we got to let these guys go.
I'm Rosa Johnson from San Jose, California. And this is actually a gift from my husband. He sent me here.
Very good.
Where he
Nice.
He's not here.
He just sent you?
He just sent you?
Yeah, this is
I'm
my
gonna check
birthday
up on
gift.
that
One of the two, right?
Oh, go to Dallas.
My question is, what do you guys feel about the replacement referee?
I'm not saying what I said earlier.
Yeah. Go ahead and get the double.
Probably gonna get fined.
Really, I don't think it's all that bad. I just think that every time it's a penalty, it takes 5 minutes to discuss where the ball's going to be at. It takes forever. But
I mean, it just takes away from the game a little bit. But I mean, like I said, as players, our job is to go out there and play.
Yeah.
And if you go out there and you play hard and you play by the rules, I mean, it doesn't matter if you got moms and dads out there refereeing the game. It won't matter. And so replacement referees, regular referees, it really doesn't matter for us.
But like I said, I think it was last week, but I think a lot of people underestimate the job of a referee.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I actually tried reffing a kids game one time. Man, I thought these parents was about to kill me. I was like, is it that serious? Like,
That was me.
okay, I missed the foul.
You better not miss that holding call.
All right, last question.
I'm Rowan Sullivan from Essex, Connecticut. I play linebacker and defensive end. Do you feel when you don't wear
Sweet.
Do you feel when you don't wear knee pads and thigh pads, you're more prone to injury?
Oh, I just feel faster when not all that crap on me.
Where you pads?
At your age, absolutely.
Don't let that.
Don't listen to him.
Don't let Hash get you hurt, man. Wear your pads.
I represent the NFL is what he says.
Wear your pads, man.
Yeah, wear your pads. You got to protect yourself because you can get one of those thigh contusions, whatever it's called, and you'll be out for a week. So you look like you're a pretty good ball player, so protect yourself and go out there and have a good year. Do something, big dog.
Hash gonna have him out there with swagged up, get a
Hey,
bruise.
wear everything that's available. That's my philosophy. Nate, did you put on your thigh pads when you played?
Fat as I was, I didn't wear any either.
You wear no pads.
I wanted to be fast to keep up with you guys, man.
I don't think taking off some thigh pads is gonna help you be fast, man.
But you know what, man? It's just a thought in your head,
Was
man.
it?
'Cause I know I wasn't fast or quick, but playing against a guy of his caliber,
If I take out
you
these
had to-
2-ounce thigh pads, I'm gonna be rolling.
I actually,
You can get your knee lift.
I actually tried wearing everything the last preseason game. I wore the
You
neck
look
brace.
ridiculous.
Oh, you got it.
I wore the big thigh pads. I wore the Cam Newton cleats. You know, the cleats like this long. I can't run with all that stuff on. I don't see.
What are you gonna do
Luckily, I
next?
knew I wasn't playing that game, but
What are you going to do next year?
Try to do it again. Usually the last
Mandatory,
preseason
right?
game, I always try to look as stank as I can. So.
All right. All right, let's give these guys a big round of applause. Gerald Sensabaugh, Victor Butler, Jason Hatcher. We appreciate you guys joining us here. Now,
Great job.
make sure you get back to the Gaylord on time.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Don't anybody be late. Now we're going to continue the show here with Bill Bates. So if you guys want to hang on, and we'll let these guys get away here. So don't be hungry.
Please keep your seats. Please keep your seats. The show continues on. Please stay close to your seats. Let's give another round of applause while they walk out.
And you might as well keep clapping because here's Bill Bates. Have a seat there, Billy Bates. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey, y'all been a very, very good crowd. I tell you what now, since we got a little more time here with Bill Bates, you can either ask the question from here. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hello, Nate.
Since we have a little more time here with Bill Bates, you can either ask the question from here, or you can pop up next to Bill and sit down right quick like and ask your question.
And somebody
Either
might
way,
be able to
it'll
take
be
your
on you.
picture like
But
you're
make
on
up your
stage.
mind before you get up here what you want to do, because we don't have that much time. So if you come up, you want to pop up with him, just pop up. If you want to stand here, but don't be. So come on now.
And Bill Bates, what are you doing in town?
Well, we have a football game tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
having a little tailgating issue in the morning, which
Well.
is going to be fun. So that would be fun. But
Morning tailgate?
Morning
What time is that tailgate, Bill?
Are you tailgating?
10.
10
Yes,
o'clock.
I'm there.
Yes.
And then I will be there at the end. So that's going to be fun. I have been traveling. I've obviously have my youngest son, Dylan.
Yes.
I saw your boy out there. Is
Yeah.
a nice little big sophomore. So Dylan is, they played last night. And
who did they play?
They played Nice High School.
Okay.
Which is the home of Timmy Tebow.
Right. How many tackles your baby had?
He had 6 in a matter of like the first quarter. So,
Yeah.
so
Tell him about your kid. Tell him the size, what he do, Bill. Tell him, Mary, he got a kid that is on the move. I'm telling you, he's going up.
well, what's so neat about our life is if y'all remember that we had triplets, and
that was about 20 years ago.
It's 23 years ago. 23.
You lost track, Nate.
Oh, this dude done had more kids since he turned 40 years old.
No.
Lord Jesus, Bill.
No, so the triplets are 23, and the oldest triplet just graduated Arkansas State, and he played football, Graham, and then my daughter, Brianna, just graduated from the University of Florida, which is pretty awesome. And then the youngest triplet, Hunter, plays football at Northwestern, and he is a redshirt senior.
Right.
So he did the graduation walk already, and we've done that. So we've had 3 graduations, and when you have 4 under the age of 2 at one time,
right,
things tend to happen at the same time, like that. So,
so you had a son go to Northwestern?
Yes, he is he's done great up there. He's played today, and
Must have taken after his mama, huh?
Daggone right. No, the football side of it.
Now
is a
back
little
to your
different.
baby in high school, man.
Baby in high school is 6'3", 215 pounds.
Get outta here.
And a linebacker that can run.
I'm telling you now, you up and coming.
He is. He's already been offered by multiple schools as a sophomore. He had been offered by all these schools. So the South Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma, the big schools, Division I SEC schools, Texas A&M, and so I'm going, all right, Texas A&M's. I mean, get us back to Texas, or the real, or the other UT. So, we're up here in Longhorn country.
So the moral of the story is if you have them one at a time, you grow them bigger than 3 at a time,
apparently,
right?
And all the brothers, and even I'm mad because he's 6'3". So what happened to those genes?
That's all right, though, Bill.
Yeah, it is. It is. They're great. We're really blessed, and they're great kids, and have been truly blessed. The boys obviously played football, and
Right.
they played at Nice High School, the home of Timmy Tebow, and I coached Tebow, and so it's pretty neat.
No wonder he throws so well.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, it's the competitive part.
Oh, okay, okay. And by the way,
go together.
Before
probably.
we start with the questions, you're staying for the game, halftime, little ceremony going on.
Yeah, and then afterwards we're having a
little
event,
reception.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys will be treated at halftime. They're going to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Super Bowl 12 and the 20th anniversary of Super Bowl 27. So there
That's right. We will be on at halftime.
You're going to be down on the field?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, well, good thing I reminded you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
They had to come looking for you.
Oh, no, I would have been to the game because, I got to do a late night show. So I've been to the game. But, man, this being a Cowboy is just so great.
20 years, huh?
Yeah, man. Being a
20
Cowboy
years.
is
Time
sweet.
goes by, doesn't it?
All right, well, we got them lined up for Bill Bates here on our Maximum Sports radio
Radio
show.
Road Show, Mick.
I was getting ready
You're
to say.
getting old, bro.
I can't remember all the shows I do,
Sir, give us your name and your question and where you're from.
Bill Calavine, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bill, you came in as a free agent under Coach Landry, and then you had Coach Johnson and Coach Switzer. Did you feel you always had to prove yourself coming into? You had Landry for a few years, then you had a new coach coming in, Coach Johnson, and 4 or 5 years later, Barry Switzer. Did you always have to?
I mean, when you're a free agent and you're one of 180 13th round draft picks, you have a tendency to always be pushing yourself and be worried. And so I looked at it like that. And Coach Landry, it seemed to have a thing that we had a connection, that we were similar, that safety and hard work and all the things. So that was awesome. And obviously I did not ever take anything for granted, and I worked my butt off because I thought every moment they were going to cut me. Every day they were going to cut me. So I didn't want to let any time go by with saying I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that. And so very blessed. Jimmy that's a whole nother story. Jimmy comes in and.
You're about to be cut every year for real.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
You weren't just proving yourself one time to him, were you?
That's right. So he puts it in the newspapers and all those things. And
Bill Bates is the 53rd man and a half.
Yeah. So every moment I'm going to be cut. And so after the first year, which I made it through, I did not get cut.
1 in 15.
Right, 1 in 15. And
nice
so
guy, huh?
That year was the Plan B free agency.
Yes, it
Nate.
was.
And so he tells me like a month before Plan B was going to happen that I was going to be on Plan B. And I said, all right, that's fine. He doesn't want me. That's great. I'm gonna go. I'll get somebody. Another team will want me, and so fortunately during that time, I had a number of teams approach me and want to sign me. So I was ready. That day, the Plan B free agency was coming apart at 9, or no, it was midnight that night. That's when everybody was going to be Plan B. At 11 p.m., Jimmy calls me. Hey, Bill, just want to let you know that we decided to protect you. And I'm going, what? So they protected me, but then I'm thinking, all right, he really doesn't want me. Somebody in the organization, was trying to
strong arm.
made him keep me,
Right.
and he really didn't want me. So it just ticked me off even more. And it made me even work harder.
And so in the meantime, they brought in James Washington as a Plan B free agent at safety. Was that when they brought in Thomas Everett too, or was that the next year?
That
I
was
think
the next
Everett
year.
was the
Yeah.
next year, right?
Yeah.
So they kept bringing in safeties.
Then they signed Darren Woodson, which was a pretty
drafted
good.
Darren Woodson. Yeah.
Right.
They were always replacing Bill, but he wouldn't let
Yeah.
them cut him. He
That's
made
right.
sure he was on the. Nate, were you protected?
Huh?
Appreciate it.
Were you protected
All
in
right, Bill.
Plan B?
Yeah, I was protected. Next.
Next.
Were you protected, Nate?
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
All right, my friend.
Fall up them stairs. Nate, you were protected, huh? You need to protect this dude.
Yeah, I am. Give us your name again, and go to talking, brother.
My name again, Pernell Rash from Oakland, California. It's an honor.
Pernell, nice to meet you.
It's an honor to be sitting next to Bill Bates. For me, growing up in the Bay Area, I remember that catch like yesterday. 8-year-old boy, frustrated like forever as the results of those games. So, what was it like for you in terms of that rivalry with San Francisco?
Well, the San Francisco rivalry was always playoff centered. The biggest thing, the rivalries that we had were the Redskins, the Giants, the NFC East. That was always our battle. And during those years before free agency, you always knew who you were going to play against. I mean, you always knew that those guys were going to, you were going to line up against and play against Rory Green and, Theismann, that they weren't going into any other teams. And so the rivalry just went on and on forever. And, that's what was special about those times. Now, getting into playoffs in the 90s, it was always – we knew that we were going to have to always go through San Francisco. Somehow, some way, we're going to have to beat them to get to win a ring.
Right.
All right, appreciate the question. Thanks a lot.
That was a great question, man.
Hey, Bill, since
Try
you
them
got
stairs
your
this time.
shirt on
Try-
there,
try
somebody
them
might
stairs.
stay in
Thank you.
town.
Come on up,
Tell us
next-
about your
next
golf
man
tournament.
up.
I will. This Wednesday's Child Golf Tournament, we've been doing for, going on 29 years.
29 years?
This is the 29th year
Wow.
of this golf tournament. So that means that my rookie year, I started this golf tournament, and it was a way for me to I obviously love the game of golf, but also be able to give back. And the golf tournament's been great. It's September 1st. I'm sorry, November 1st. And we're really excited about it, the 29th year. So
Where are you playing it this year?
We've been always playing over at
Bear Creek?
Yeah, at the airport.
By the airport.
And we've changed it this year, so I'm not sure the name of the golf tournament.
So he's playing it during the season when we're working, so I
That's
can't
right,
go
you
out
can't
there.
do it.
I
You
can't
can't
mess
do
up
it.
a golf course anymore, yeah. All right, Nate, who do we have?
My name's Dallas from Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey,
It's an
Dallas.
honor
You know
to
the
meet
other
you.
Dallas?
Oh, is there another Dallas? No, I don't.
There's a bunch of Dallases.
My question for you is, obviously the Super Bowls was probably some of your most memorable and greatest games you played. What was your greatest game you ever played in, most memorable?
Oh, gosh, that is so hard because there are so many games that I played in that were memorable.
How many was it,
And
15 years?
15 years, 200 and something games. I mean, you played 15 years, so,
It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games. Just probably the most memorable because it was my first game, and it was against the Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football. Special teams, all the things that happened that night. We were down. We come back and win the game late, and it was a great comeback. And then I end up, after that game, it was my first game as an NFL player. I end up getting Special Teams Player of the Week, and then Coach Landry gives me the game ball. So the game ball, once get painted,
Yes, it
and
does.
it's really awesome. So that was most cherished game ball that I had, and a couple of years go by after Coach Landry got fired, and things go on. Well, I had a radio show with you guys, and have Coach Landry come. And so I brought that game ball, had Coach Landry sign it, and so that is my obviously all those that's a big moment for one thing, but that game set that in motion.
So do you remember what you did in that game? It was only 29 years ago.
Well, I know we made a lot of tackles on special
Okay,
teams.
all right.
That was a given, I guess.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Great question,
buddy.
man. Took Bill back down memory lane.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on up, sir. Come on up. Okay. You don't want to trip like your partner, huh? Okay, I understand.
My name is Chris from Maryland, and first of all, I'd like to thank Bill and Nate for all the great memories that I have as a Cowboys fan, right? Well, what I really want to ask Bill is, how do you feel about that jersey my friend has on right there?
I love it. I love it. With that jersey, which everybody knows my story, that jersey was the same jersey that I wore in high school. So my high school uniform were the Dallas Cowboy uniforms. Went to Farragut High School, which happens to be blue and gray. My head coach, who came there when I was a sophomore, his name is Ken Sparks. Coach Sparks loved Coach Landry, loved the Dallas Cowboys because of what the Cowboys stood for and what Coach Landry stood for. And so he changed our uniforms to the Dallas Cowboy uniforms. And so in high school, I had a star on my helmet, had number 40 on my chest. I was a Dallas Cowboy. Now, Cowboys didn't know it, but I was a Dallas Cowboy. So that's where the dream started. And that's dream and shoot for the stars, because you never know, your dream may come true and you may reach your star.
Again, thanks for all the great memories.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it. All the best.
Got any openings left in that golf tournament?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Shoot, there's
all these people listening on
Wednesday
online
Child's
right
golf
now.
tournament. Definitely go to WednesdayChild.com. And
there's a game that weekend, right? The home game? Or on the
it's
road? I can't remember.
Yeah.
November 1st? Or November 3rd?
I'm not sure.
Guess I shouldn't ask questions I don't know the answers to.
That's right. The tournament is on a Thursday.
It's on a Thursday, okay.
Yes, it is.
I was thinking Friday. It's Thursday.
It should be on a Wednesday.
And you're with us
on,
you're with us on Wednesday night before, right?
I am.
All right, very
apparently.
good. Cowboys Legends show here.
Yeah. Hey, bud.
Mr. Bates, what current player reminds you most of how you played and what you gave out on the field?
Wow, I've never been asked that question. That's interesting. You know, I don't look at many of the other players. I've been so blessed to have my own family playing football and having Hunter playing his last year at Northwestern and having another boy that is high school football has been pretty neat to be a part of, and to I don't know what we're going to do, you know, once they all graduate and get done. But you know, I love the competitiveness of certain players. You know, so that if they will compete and then get up off the ground and go back to the huddle, you know that they were doing the best they could. Is what it's all about. And, you know, so I have not been really following any player, you know. Sensabaugh, you know, he was in Jacksonville when I got there for a little while. And so I've lived there and watched him play. So I like his competitiveness and his ability to work. And, you know, I think that he's done so much better here than apparently they wanted him to do there. So, which is really neat.
Okay,
come on, Sean Lee, right? Just with a little bit more speed. What do you think? Intensity?
Yeah, I love it.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love Sean. I love the way he hits and gets hit.
Yeah, gets hit. Boy, you ever get lit up like that?
Shoot, you talk about getting lit up. remember, I did return some punts.
He
in the
returned
NFL.
one punt, and he thought he was supposed to run into somebody instead of away from him.
Yeah, but then the 14th year of my career,
Yeah.
the opening kickoff against the San Francisco 49ers, up there, go down, make the tackle, I'm out. I'm snoring in the middle of the candlestick. And so they get me up and take me off to the sideline, and now I felt great. It was like everything came back immediately. I knew I could play again. I mean, there was no damage or whatever, and so I'm hunting for my helmet. And so they locked up the helmet. They wouldn't let me play. So I'm begging everybody to get their helmet, get it on, and let me play. So
they don't work out so
much.
That
That didn't work out too good for me.
All right, who we have up here waving?
Hey, I'm Marcy
Hey, Marcy.
from Tampa.
Tampa. I'm in Ponte
Originally
Vedra.
Philly.
Oh, that's even worse.
I'm sorry. My question is, playing in the 80s, early 90s, how did you feel about the Eagles team and their fan base? How do you feel about them?
How do I feel about it?
No, because I know how I feel. I want to know how you feel.
Well, if you were, obviously, you're a Cowboy fan now, so see, you don't. Yeah. It kind of makes it hard.
No, don't. Yeah, say what you got. I grew up there. I love the city.
Yeah. Sure.
But
That you could go up there, and it being snowing, maybe snowing a little bit, and you're out on the field, and snowballs are thrown at you, and things like that.
Thank you. And the jail.
And the jail at the stadium. So we don't need that here in Dallas.
And that's what I appreciate.
You shouldn't need it up there.
Right.
But unfortunately.
I was just wondering because I've never been able to connect with that team because of the fan base.
Right.
Even my own family members. Sorry.
I mean, Nate, and I have friends that coach up there, that play, players that play there, but that doesn't do anything for me.
And it's a great city. Everything's great, and there's good fans, there's bad fans, but it's never been positive for me.
All right, if you need to have a personal discussion here.
Me too.
All right. Sorry. Thank you.
Nate, let's go. Let's roll.
Hey, we got the next person.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Well, who do we have here?
Hello, boys.
Matt Sullivan and my son Rowan from
Connecticut.
Hey
Essex,
there.
Connecticut.
Yes.
Essex.
I guess basically my question I always say to my son about you, I remember you playing and the whole talk about being the walk-on and just the work ethic, and I would say you're the Mr. Hustle, like they used to call Pete Rose in baseball. So I just tell he plays Pee Wee ball. I help coach. I just tell him about hustling and really putting 110% all the time. So I just wanted to hear what you had to say to him for that.
Well, that's true, and I just know, having been able to have coached my own boys your age in church-sponsored football and Pop Warner, and then be able to coach them in high school, is that the one thing is that you can do is you can be practicing harder than everybody else. There's a lot of guys, and football is a hard game. It is hard. To put on those pads, to sweat your butt off, to run, it takes a lot of effort. So you can always work as hard as you can to be the best you can be. And practice is where I know that Nate, the offensive guys, they didn't like me because I practiced like it was a game. And Emmett, Tony, Dorsett, they'd get mad because I was hitting them, and I was playing because I knew that it could be my last play, and that's exactly the way. You never know, you could get hurt, and so you don't want to look back on your life or that time and say, "I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that." You want to work as hard as you can. Okay.
All right, appreciate it. Good question. Nate, did you ever have to go up to Bill and say how you practicing today?
I got a son of my own. He's out there, man. He's 15 years old. And one thing that I tell any kid, because I'm a frank type person. I don't play with children. I don't cut deals with kids. Because kids need to be led and led the right way. And I tell my son all the time, if I gotta ask you were you going hard, or did you play hard, or to tell you to go harder, then I can't coach you. It's easy to coach a guy like Bill. He's going wide open. He's doing the right things. If you got to question your child on whether he went hard, or he comes up and tell you, or she comes up and tell you that, oh, I didn't go hard on that play, you need to get him out of the sport. I'm serious. I do football camps, and Bill do football camps. If you walk up to me and say, Mr. Newton, or Nate, whatever, hey, my son is this and that, or my girl is this and that, that automatically puts a spotlight on you and your child. And the first thing I do is I watch your child for about 30 minutes. And the first thing I do, once we get in front of a crowd, like you told me to watch your child, I'm going to tell you exactly what I thought about your child. Because hard work, that's in today's society, whether you work for IBM or whatever, that's how you get ahead. Hard work. People may not choose you because they don't like you, or they may not choose your kid because he ain't fast enough at this time, or she ain't tall enough at this time, but I promise you, if they never stop working hard, in the end, you'll win. In the end. And that's what I hope the Cowboys understand. They looked at bad against Seattle. But if they continue to work hard and stay together against all odds, because that's what Jimmy taught us, and that's what Coach Landry preached to us. In the end, if you continue to work hard and, more importantly, work smart, you'll win in the end. That's the first thing I ask a child. Do you give it all you got?
Preach to him, Nate. Preach to him. Attaboy. All right, if anybody else doesn't have a question, you got any questions for Bill Bates? I'm probably out of questions. We've talked so much, I don't know if I got anything new to ask him.
I listened to the questions about, and then you asked about Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Eagles and their fans. Let me tell you something. You may not like them, but Bill will tell you it ain't a time we didn't walk in their stadium pumped up and ready to go, because we knew one thing, they fans was going to have their players ready to go. And see, that's all you can ask from your fans. It's for them to be rowdy, not throw batteries. But you know what? We never questioned their enthusiasm and their passion. It was borderline fanatic. And you know what? Our goal when we used to go up in there, especially on a Monday night, and it was hard for us to beat them there. And we rarely beat them there. But you know what? Our ultimate goal was to shut their fans up. We only did it once or twice.
That's right.
But when you got fans like that, boy, that's, man.
So what you're saying, tomorrow's an important tailgate before that game.
You know what?
That's right.
You know what? I ain't saying be liquored up because I want you to be able to enjoy the game.
Remember it.
But as close as you can get, we'll be happy.
All right, we appreciate you guys being here. Bill, thanks a lot.
You got it, Mickey.
Appreciate it. Nate.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Thank you, Mick.
Good show, man.
Hey, introduce our people, man.
Goose, take a bow. Where's IT? There he is, IT.
And get my man on the wheels of steel over there.
And where's our girl, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Where's Ronnie?
Where's Miss Ronnie?
We didn't even get
Miss
a question
Ronnie.
from her. Come on.
Where's Miss Ronnie? We can't close this out without Miss Ronnie.
Get her.
The lady who makes
get
it
her.
all
She
happen.
should hear us, but we appreciate y'all being here. Have a good time tonight.
Hey, bring my son
Have a good
King in
time
here.
tomorrow. There.
Bring my son, hey,
yeah.
King. Give Miss Ronnie a hand. Come on up, Miss Ronnie.
We'll see if Ronnie.
Michelle, get King in here.
We're ready to close this out. We just want to make sure you don't have any announcements that you need. Next week, we'll be back on a Sunday.
Come on up, baby.
Right here with our Maximum Sports Radio Roadshow. What do you want me to say? You got any announcements? Anything going? Other than what you want them to do.
You can check out our website when you get back home and listen to this all over again, especially those of you that ask questions.
CowboySportsTours.com.
CowboySportsTours.com under the Radio Roadshow. And then you can see all of our other ones. And then you can tune in every week and ask us questions online. We had questions online tonight, but we couldn't have time to answer
We didn't have
them.
time to, and
No.
Nate, he's
We
going to be
didn't.
taller than you in 1 year.
Wow.
Right quick, like this is my wife, Michelle. Stand up. Yeah, this is who does my official. Hold on, Miss Ron. I got to ask you one or two more questions. And I know I'm rushing. I'm pushing the show a little bit. Tell them your online, your personal online and everything so they can. I know it was Cowgirl. Cowboy.
Ms. Cowboy 22, if you want to follow us on Twitter. And if you're not on our Facebook page, Maximum Sports Connection, you have to ask to join because I don't allow opposing fans. It is only for Cowboy fans. Yeah. So you just pull up Maximum Sports Connection, and then I'll allow you to be a member. And we also have the Maximum Sports Radio Roadshow, which is just a page you like, and you can actually listen to the Radio Roadshow right on that page. All right?
All right. You good?
Yeah, I forgot we did a whole summer of that. So you can go back on cowboysportstours.com, go into the archives, pick it all up all the way from training camp. She does a super fantastic job of making sure you fans are up to date on what's happening with the Cowboys. So give Ms. Ronnie a hand.
We've been to, Nate, what have we been?
Now,
We've been to Memphis, New Jersey, Oxnard. We've been all over the country
yeah, we've
with
been to New
Maximum
Jersey.
Sports.
That's how we met Joe and his crowd back there. And
Even the Bahamas.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, my son, they are 2-1. He plays with South Lake Carroll. Last year they won the state. They only lost is to Allen, and Allen is undefeated right now. And back to, because I'm serious. I'm serious. Bill has a great up-and-coming son. His other babies are graduated with honors. So, I mean, we are, as ex-athletes, have just as much a harder time as trying to explain to y'all kids about being competitive. Now, I haven't talked to my son a whole lot about football, but standing right here, I'll tell you, what's the first thing I tell you to be, son?
Physical.
Physical and what else?
Hardworking.
Hardworking. Hardworking. You cannot. I'm going to say this.